Hello Internet! Welcome to Tech Royale. My name's Simon King and Tech Royale is my tech blog. I've been threatening to do something like this for years, so I decided to finally get on my backside and start producing an online blog about technology. I'm a very big fan of technology. I've been interested in gadgets and gizmos, home cinema, computers, in-car entertainment. The list is as long as you like, since I was very small, and this seems like a logical and fun outlet to share my love of technology with the world. So I'll be trying to keep these reasonably regular, between 2 and 4 a month, because there's nothing worse than somebody who sets up a blog and then does absolutely nothing about it. So we'll see how successful I am on that score. I'm going to keep them short and sweet, apart from when I've actually got something to review, which will happen. I've got a few ideas planned for you, but the main focus about Tech Royale will just be me talking about technology news, upcoming things, and also a little bit of what grinds my gears. So, on that note, a long-standing grumble of mine has been supplied routers. You know the situation, you sign up with a new ISP and on their shiny homepage is an article extolling the virtues of their amazing provided wireless router. It does this, it does that, it does the other. It's cutting edge, it's just as good as anything out there, and it's free. It's a fantastic perk of signing up with them. And they send you something that bears absolutely no relation to the description whatsoever. They send you a completely unqualified piece of shit. Now, I've been a Virgin Media subscriber for a long time. I've had Virgin Media broadband for 7 years, and I've just recently cancelled it, which will be the subject of another upcoming Tech Royale as I document how my switch to BT Infinity goes. But for a long time, as many of you will know, Virgin Media just supplied you with a modem and said you can plug it into your computer. If you want to share it, you buy your own router. And then they started offering people a router, but it was just an off-the-shelf one. I believe it was a Netgear router that they would just stick in the post and send through to you. And there wasn't anything particularly special about it. But then they followed, about 12, maybe 18 months ago, the route that all the ADSL providers have been doing for a long time, and started offering an integrated modem and router. And they unfortunately did what all these ADSL providers have been doing for a long time, and they produced a brain-damaged piece of garbage. The so-called Super Hub. Now, I do hate air quotes, and I can see on my camera how daft it looks, but you have to qualify the statement super. It's just as bad as any other ISP provided router has ever been. It will fall over and crash for no apparent reason in the middle of heavy internet usage sessions where you've got too many wireless clients on it. There's currently a documented and unfixed bug in the Super Hub whereby it will fall over if you use the World of Warcraft updater. But that's alright. Not many people play World of Warcraft, do they? Good lord. It's, at the moment I've got mine sitting on the floor in modem mode, so it's not even being a router, it's just being a good old-fashioned modem. This functionality wasn't available until I believe nearly a year after the Super Hub had launched. The mind boggles. I mean, it's made by Netgear. Netgear make acceptable consumer routers. They're not amazing, they're not perfect. I've got an old Netgear 854 that the wireless chipset will just die. The hardwired stuff is fine, the routing continues no problem from a wired network, but the wireless stuff will just fall over and die for no really good reason every sort of 3 to 10 days. But apart from that, and that in the grand scheme of consumer routers isn't too bad, it was okay. But seemingly producing something for Virgin Media, Netgear have managed to produce just the same piece of garbage that seems to get produced for every ISP out there. So my plea to broadband providers, the length and breadth of the country, is stop making custom routers. Even Sky did it. They started giving out a perfectly standard Netgear when they came out into the business. Then they started customizing it and they brain damaged it and took out a bunch of features, and now they produce their own router which quite cutely looks like a little baby Skybox and is an utter piece of garbage. It's an endemic problem. My plea to you, stop trying to give us something we don't want. You think you're offering us good value for money? No. Either give us an off-the-shelf router or just say, go find your own. So that's my rant for this very first Tech Royale. The other thing I wanted to comment on at the moment is the upcoming iPad 3. Now, all the Apple haters are simultaneously groaning as soon as I mention the name of any Apple product. I'm quite a fan of Apple. I'm not a complete fanboy. I've been using Macs as my main desktop environment for about 12 years now. My current desktop machine is actually a Hackintosh, which I built a couple of months ago. Again, I will be devoting a future Tech Royale episode to how amazingly easy that is. But the iPad 3 is on its way. Yet again, the worst secret in consumer history. I get the impression that since Mr. Jobs left the fold, that Apple are becoming slightly more leak friendly, because there's been so many leaks about the iPad 3. Only a couple of days ago, the always excellent MacRumors.com put up a picture of a 9.7 inch TFT display that had to be for an iPad, but under a scanning electron microscope it's quite clearly got 4 times the pixel density of the current one for the iPad 2. So iPad 3 is having a Retina display, terribly kept secret, but I will be buying one. I did pick up a HP touchpad during the UK fire sale, and it was a nice enough piece of kit, but it blatantly felt like a version 1 product. It was horribly unfinished and it wasn't going to get any better. So I had it for a couple of months and then sold it on, because it was never going to improve and I wanted a more satisfying tablet experience. So current rumours say iPad 3 is coming out on the 7th of March. I may very well pre-order one. If it follows the same pricing structure as the current ones, I probably will do. So I will bring a review of that to the table as soon as that all comes together. So that's the end of my very first Tech Royale. Thank you very much for watching. Spread the word and I'll see you soon. Oh, and bring back Games Master.